Okay, I'm sorry for the delay, folks. Welcome to another edition of Play by Play with DrDelay. I, of course, am DrDelay, and we've got Game 1 of the NLCS here as the Los Angeles Dodgers take on the Milwaukee Brewers. Again, I do thank you guys so much for tuning on in. Again, I know there's a lot of people streaming this game tonight. And, of course, yes, I do appreciate you guys checking in. George, how's it going? Good to see you as always. Again, thank you very much. Jason, good evening to you as well. Again, sorry, guys, I am late. But, a lot of stuff happening. Just had a huge meeting, but we are okay. Also, I do want to announce that I have unlocked more emojis. So, again, thank you for those of you that became members. That definitely helps. The more members I get, the more emojis I got. So, for tonight's game, we have 2 new emojis. We're going to go ahead and click on them here. So, members, feel free to show your support. I got 2 logos there. Hopefully, that sounds good to you guys. Yeah, you can go ahead and just support your team, I guess. I don't know what else to really say, but I think that's pretty cool. So, yes, if you're a member, you can go ahead and spam those Brewer or Dodger emoji. Lancaster Studios going ahead and lying. He thinks he is a Dodgers fan, folks, so I don't know what he's trying to do here. Thank you, Lancaster. By the way, Todd, I do need to talk to you after. If this is Timmy, I need to talk to Todd after this game. Hopefully he's still up. If he's not up, oh well. But again, appreciate it, guys. But yes, we got Game 1 of the NLCS. And again, I do apologize for being a little bit late. I said I'd be on at 7. I was actually on at 7:05. According to ESPN, they have the Dodgers actually leading or winning today. 52% chance the Dodgers win to the the Brewers 48% chance. And of course, as you see, the Brewers are going to be starting Aaron Ashby, who is not a starter. He's a reliever. So that might be a little bit interesting there. The reliever method, it's been kind of a common thing. As far as the Dodgers are concerned, they're going to start Blake Snell, who has been very, very good this postseason. But more on them in a little bit. In the regular season, the Brewers, I actually didn't know this. I'm actually finding this out for the first time. The Brewers won 6 games to nothing. The Brewers, of course, hoping that carries over, but that is something, I would say, just the mental aspect that the Brewers won. They swept them in Milwaukee, and then they swept them out there in Los Angeles. Now, both those series were just within a few weeks of each other. So there is that. But that is, I would say, at least a mental aspect of it. So yeah, we are again just about I'd say a minute away from starting this one. Starting pitcher tonight again, Blake Snell. He is 2-0 in the postseason. This is Tim, not Todd. Okay, well, thank you. Yeah, I definitely got to talk to Todd after this. 2-0, 1.38 ERA, whip of a .77. Like I said, he's been very, very good. And now as far as the Brewers are concerned, again, they're sending out a reliever, Aaron Ashby. He has kind of struggled, so this is going to be an interesting strategy that they're going to go. We'll see if it pays off there, Cotton. But a 5.79 ERA. With a whip of a 1.93. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know if I like it, but maybe they're just buying the fact that, hey, we're at home, and we're not going to lose at home. So, this is your leadoff hitter for tonight. It's going to be Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani is batting 148 this postseason. OPS of 603. 2 homers, 5 RBIs. So, yeah, he struggled in the Phillies series, so I guess the Brewers are hoping that, he definitely struggles here as well. And again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure to leave a like and of course subscribe to the channel. Definitely would appreciate it. This is a channel on the rise. We're approaching 1,500 subscribers. Would be really cool to get it, in the next few days. Really would be. So, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Dodgers or Brewers, let's have a good game. Chris saying, oh no. Draven accidentally picking the Dodgers, but now he's saying the Brewers winning 7-2. As Ashby sets, here is the pitch, and that's going to be outside for ball one. We are underway in Milwaukee. 1-0 count to Shohei Ohtani. Again, he has struggled at the plate. Ashby kicks and deals. That's going to be in there, but not called a strike. And it's 2-0. And I do apologize if you hear some loud things. I'm trying to... Yeah, I guess that's fine. Trying to get this where it's on my mouth, but not too much, of course. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's a grounder, and that's going foul. Ohtani checking to see if Contreras is fine. He is. Two and one count as Ashby sets, kicks, and deals. Breaking ball, that is low, and it's 3-0. Look at that. Why is it doing that? That's what we want right there. We don't want to show off anything else. There we go. The 3-1, that is outside for ball four. So Shohei Ohtani walks to begin this one. All right, one man on. That will bring up Mookie Betts. Betts is batting .385, OPS of .1006 this postseason. No homers and 4 RBIs. So looking to keep that going. He definitely didn't have a regular season that most of us would come to expect, but he has turned it on here in the postseason. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. 0-1 count. And, of course, folks, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. 0-1 count. Ashby sets, kicks, and deals. That is inside, and it's 1-1. To Mookie Betts. Ashby looks over at Ohtani. Sets and fires. That's going to be cut on and sent to shallow. Well, actually, it's going to be sent to second. I thought it was going to be shallow right, but that is caught for out number 1. One away for the Dodgers. That will bring up Teoscar Hernandez. Hernandez in the postseason batting .308, OPS of .1025, 3 homers and 9 RBIs. Again, a runner on first with 1 out here in the top of the first. Ashby sets. Rocks and fires. That's in there for a called strike. 98 on the fastball. 0-1 count to Hernandez. Again, an OPS north of 1,000. That's very good. Ashby delivers. Cut on and fouled back, and just like that, it's 0-2 to Teoscar. Brewers fans are a rowdy bunch tonight. Though the Dodgers fans have definitely made the trip. They do travel well. 0-2 count. Ashby sets. Looks over at first. Looks again and fires. That is low, and it's 1-2. I like Pittsburgh here. I'm from there. Nice. Do you sports bet? I do not. I do not sports bet. A lot of my subs, though, do. They do a lot. But no, I don't participate. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's a grounder, and that's going foul. Atlanta's up 21-7 right now. Hopefully they can keep it up. Falcons. Who are they playing? They're playing the Bills? I have to check that a little bit. I guess that I can check it now. Why not? Wow. That is pretty amazing. More on that a little bit later. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in the dirt. Handled well by Contreras as he keeps it in front of him, and it's 2-2. Again, appreciate the comment, big boy. 3. Appreciate you, man. Good luck to the Brewers. Thank you, Wendy, for stopping on in. Two and 2 count to Teoscar Hernandez. Runner on first, 1 out. Ashby sets, kicks, and deals. And Hernandez sends this to left, but it's caught for out number 2. All right, 2 down, 1 man on. That'll bring up Freddie Freeman. James, good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you again for tuning on in. Like I said, folks, I know there's a lot of competition for tonight's matchup. So, again, appreciate you if you're able to tune on in. Definitely helps out the channel a lot. Freddie Freeman coming to the plate, batting .217, OPS of .637, no homers, no RBIs. Ashby looks over at first and fires way upstairs, and it's a 1-0 to Freddie Freeman. One and 0 count to the long-time lefty first baseman in Major League Baseball, Freddie Freeman. Ashby kicks and deals. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. He has also struggled this postseason. Him and Ohtani. Of course, Hernandez and Betts have kind of made up for it. 1-1 count. Ashby sets and delivers. That is low, and it's 2-1. Brewers, you could say, are a team of destiny. Best record in baseball. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be chopped foul, and it's 2-2. Taking on the mighty Dodgers, who themselves are trying to defend. Of course, you know, they're the last year's world champion. So last year's world champ. This year's best record. What more can he ask for? Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Nothing doing for the Dodgers. So we head to the bottom of the first inning. Your score, 0-0 here in Milwaukee. Sorry, Wendy, I'm a little lost there. But again, I do appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Folks, this is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you do like the style that I offer, which is more of a traditional style of, play-by-play, radio-style broadcast, definitely like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. Again, this is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like the NFL, MLB, this is the channel for you. We stole the Steelers towel thing. Yeah, I know. You guys are just constantly waving it. I'll let it slide. But it's all good. Folks, again, remember, feel free to, if you're a member, feel free to spam those emojis. These are all the emojis you can use. I'm actually probably going to get rid of the pit one. I don't know. But, yeah, you can definitely, again, like I said, you can use and support the team that you're pulling for. There you go. Just unlocked a new ability today. Look at that. We can add more emojis. So I'm going to do my best. It does take a little bit of time, not too much. I got to download a lot more stuff, and I downloaded all the NFL ones. And if I do cover the AL, which I'm going to try to, some of it, I'll download the remaining AL ones. But yeah, I'm going to try to pretty much keep that updated every stream. So again, that's just, I guess, a little bit more, but again, thank you for becoming a member, trying to give you guys the best that I can give. But yeah, I can only add so much, but I think I can change it out. That's what I'm led to believe. Still going to play with that a little bit more. But yeah, obviously Jason going to support the Brewers. Same thing with Chris as well. I don't think I have a Dodger member. I don't know. I don't think so. But that's okay. But again, appreciate you guys hanging out, and make sure again to like and subscribe. They're showing a Superman commercial. I actually never saw Superman. I don't know. Did anyone else see it? Did anyone else like it? I don't know. Hey, Dr. I hope you're feeling better. Today I seem to be much better. Took a little bit of, took care of myself a little bit yesterday with some vitamins, vitamins, and of course some medicine. I stopped taking vitamins. The gummies, the vitamin C, vitamin D. I got to start doing that again. But I feel a lot better today. Feel a lot more energized, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. This is Jackson Chourio. He's batting .389, OPS of 1088, 1 homer and 6 RBIs this postseason. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be outside, and it's 1-1. Feeling like I feel a lot better. I feel like I have just a lot more energy. I kind of slacked off on, again, taking my vitamins, and then, I took some medicine, so I feel a lot better. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be low, and it's 2-1. I, of course, had been out all day. My wife and I, tomorrow's my, hold on, here's the 2-1. That's a swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Tomorrow is my wife and I, that's our 2-year anniversary. So today we went out and kind of celebrated it, as she was off today. So, yeah, we went to Olive Garden, went out, had a decent time. It was nice. It was very nice. But, yeah, I feel a lot better. Thank you again. Thank you. I appreciate it. Here's the 2-2. That's a chopper to third. Muncy has it, throws to first for out number 1. So 1 down for the Brew Crew. That'll bring up Christian Yelich. Yelich didn't really have the series that he was hoping for against the Cubs, as he's batting .263, OPS of 680. No homers, no RBIs. My cat is broken in here. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. As here is the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Happy anniversary. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. 2 years tomorrow. Here is the 0-1. That's going to be inside, and it's 1-1, 97 on the fastball. Folks, again, Blake Snell on the mound for the Dodgers. He's been very good this postseason. Snell rocks and fires. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. One and two is the count to Yelich. 1 out, nobody on. Mariners are going in. Yes, happy anniversary. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. As that's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. So down goes Yelich. And that'll bring up William Contreras. Contreras batting .300 so far in the postseason. .983, 2 homers, 3 RBIs. Somebody real quick to say hi. Going to watch Monday Night Football and baseball. Heck yeah, you do it, man. Thank you for stopping by, Joseph. Appreciate you, man. Snell rocks and fires. That is inside, and it's 1-0 to Contreras. Yeah, I believe it was Chris that mentioned that the Falcons were up 21-7 on the Bills. Here's the 1-0. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1 to William Contreras. Of course, the Steelers being 4-1, that kind of helps the Steelers out, if the Bills lose. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Change up on the outside corner. Just couldn't connect. He was way out in front. Let's go Brewers, says Chris. 1-2 count. Snell delivers. Checked his swing. That's in the dirt. Did he go? He did not. And it's 2-2. Happy anniversary. Thank you, Gina. Appreciate it. I pick on her a lot. She always has leftovers. It's like every time we order, I just need to say, yeah, we're going to need a to-go box. I don't know. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Swung on the breaking ball in the dirt. Just couldn't connect. We head to the top of the second. Your score is 0-0. Did not see that coming early in the second. Yeah, no, that is definitely a shock. The Bears and the Commies, they're 3-0 there. Falcons 21, Bills 7. So, yeah, no, that's definitely something. Hopefully that can hold, Of course, I would prefer the Bills over the Chiefs, obviously. But, obviously we kind of want the Bills to be knocked down. Huge lifelong Cub fan. Live in Wisconsin now. The Cubs are out. Gonna root for the team in our division. Go Cheeseheads. Robert pulling for the Brewers. And, of course, the Cheeseheads Packers. Well, again, appreciate it, Robert. Of course, good luck to your Bears tonight. And like I did say, after, of course, baseball season is done, I will be, of course, doing Monday Night Football. So if the Bears do have another Monday night game, I should be able to cover that because, I'll try to stream as much as possible. Many more years. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a lifelong. Charles, great night. Yes, thank you. Appreciate it, Charles. Thank you again for your support. Joseph, going for the Doyers. Snell looks good. He does. Refs and calls for not. Oh, yeah, no. Last night's game was something. Yeah, we have a new pitcher for the Brewers. It's going to be Quinn Priester. So he made his first start. We covered that game against the Cubs. That was not a great performance by him. So far, he's 0-1, 54 ERA. Whip of a 7.50. So definitely a rough start for him. Due up for the Dodgers is going to be Smith, Edman, and Muncy. Yeah, no, that was pretty bad last night. My cat is broken in again. She's a menace, but right now she's tame, so it's all good. I thought Priester would start. So, I'm assuming they just wanted to just kind of ease him in. Hey, it's the second inning, Kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of what I... Didn't we already see that? I can't remember if we did or not. But, I don't know. Regardless, that's what we're going to see right now. So, all right. Will Smith's batting 154, OPS of 421, no homers and 2 RBIs this postseason. This regular season, though, he was 13-3. As here's the pitch, that's going to be popped up, and that's going to go foul. Again, he was very good. Give her some airtime, I guess. I don't want to rile her up. 0-1 count. I will. Hold on. Priester rocks and fires. That's going to be in there for a called strike. All right, Mickey, come on. Here is Mickey. 0-2 count. Priester kicks and deals. That's a grounder to second. Throws to first for out number 1. She's a great cat, but she's also a menace. So, there is that. Next up is going to be Tommy Edman, batting 250, OPS of 800. I think she wants to go down. 2 homers, 3 RBIs, or at least she's just kind of in the state of in-between here. Mizrowski, however you spell that. Yeah, it's definitely difficult, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. Yeah, no, she's great. She's awesome. She's just over a year old now. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball to second. Nice play. Throws to first for out number 2. Good stuff by Terang. That'll bring up Max Muncy. Batting 313, OPS of 825, no homers, no RBIs. All the best cats are crazy. Yeah, definitely that. Here is the pitch. Breaking ball. That is in there for a called strike. Cats are cool. They all have... Yeah, no, they do. We have 3. 2 of them outside. And they are all different. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That is upstairs, and it's 1-1. Have a good one, Doc. See you around. See you again. Appreciate it, Joseph, for stopping on by. Appreciate it, man. Have a good one. Enjoy the game with your dad. The 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside, and it's 2-1 to Muncy. Two and 1 count to Muncy. Here's the pitch. That's a chopper, and that's going foul. 2-2 count as the Brewer crowd rises to their feet. Kike Hernandez is on deck. Here's the pitch. That is inside, and it's 3-2. Here's your pop. I actually didn't ask him. I need to. I didn't ask him at all. I don't know why I didn't. The 3-2 to Muncy. That is just inside, and it's ball 4. Muncy walks. Now coming to the plate will be Kike Hernandez. Spanning 318 this postseason, OPS of 809, no homers and 4 RBIs. Priester looking over at first. Comes to a set. And fires. That's going to be fouled back, and it's 0-1 to Kike Hernandez. Runner on first with 2 outs. Priester leans in. Looks over. Sets. Rocks and fires. That's going to be in there for a called strike, and it's 0-2. Send him a text. I'll ask him. He said he would pop in. I don't know if he will. He said he would pop in a little bit later. He's been a little bit busy. Then he pulling for the Brewers. A lot of Brewers support here. 0-2 counts. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. We head to the bottom of the second inning. The score is 0-0 here in Milwaukee. Of course, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. Again, if you do like the NFL, MLB, college football, and you haven't already subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe because that is what we do on this channel. We call games for those sports, so again, those leagues pretty much. So again, if you like what you're listening to, make sure to subscribe. It's fast and free and easy to do, folks. Who wins game 1 is the question that was kind of asked to you guys. And 71% of you guys have the Brewers winning. 29% have picked the Dodgers or the Doyers. A pitcher's duel tonight? Yeah, probably. And, you know, again, I'm sure you guys have heard that I prefer runs. I want to see like 13-10. That's my baseball. That's how I like my baseball. But it is what it is. What's the NFL games this week? Well, don't really know yet. Haven't really looked. I can tell you again, I do apologize. Won't be able to cover game 3. I'll be sure to send those of you. I'll be sure to put it in my post section that Thursday night. You know, I'll be able to send you guys somewhere else that will have that game for you. Probably going to send you to play-by-play with JJ because he is covering it as well. Well, a lot of people are, but I know he will. But, yeah, Thursday night I'll be, of course, doing the Steelers-Bengals, and then Rams-Jaguars, and then after that, I don't really know, to be honest with you. I don't know. From 12-3, I have no idea. No idea. I don't know. We'll, I guess, see. I mean, the Packers are definitely on the list. I mean, they potentially could be. I don't know. Sunday nights, I don't know. I might try it again. I don't know. Didn't quite have the success I thought I would, but it is what it is. You know, again, I gotta just, again, keep on streaming pretty much. I gotta go above and beyond, you know, whenever you're not the top dog or, you know, up in that upper echelon, you know. So I just gotta put in the work and eventually things will pay off. All right, Terang is coming to the plate. He, again, has struggled this postseason, batting .150, OPS of .540, 1 homer, and 2 RBIs. Snell delivers, showing bunt, pulls back. That's outside, but it's called a strike. 0-1 count to Bryce Terang. Snell The wind-up and the pitch. That's cut on and fouled back, and it's 0-2. 0-2 count to Terang. Oh, and 2 to Terang. Snell kicks and deals. That's cut on and sent to left. Hernandez is moseying over and makes the catch for out number 1. 1 away. That'll bring up Andrew Vaughn. Vaughn is batting .286. OPS of 1126, 2 homers and 4 RBIs. Snell delivers. That's cut on and fouled back. Apparently, the Mariners have just defeated the Blue Jays. So the Mariners are now up 2-0. That is interesting there. Snell delivers. That is upstairs, and it's 1-1 to Andrew Vaughn. 1-1 counts as Snell kicks and deals. That's a ground ball to short. Betts has it, throws to first for out number 2. So 2 away. That'll bring up Sal Frelick. Frelick batting .235, OPS of 594, no homers and 1 RBI so far this postseason. Snell has been he's been great in his postseason career. ERA lower than a 3, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. 0-1 count to Frelick again. He also not hitting like, he was in the regular season. I'm sure these guys definitely want to get back to those numbers. The 0-1, that's going to make it 0-2 as the curveball drops in there for a called strike. The count is 0-2. Nobody on, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Snell delivers. That is in the dirt. Breaking ball. Laid off it there, and it's 1-2. Atlanta went for it on 4th and 3 in field goal range and didn't get it. Oh, man. The script is in. Like, hey, you're too far ahead. You got to give the Bills a chance. Yeah, that is pretty dumb. 4th and 3. Yeah, no. Just kick the field goal. Snell delivers the 1-2. That is upstairs, and it's 2-2. So 2-2 count. To Sal Frelick. Brewers batted .268 versus lefty. That's the best in the MLB, as that's going to be inside, and it's 3-2. So they should, on paper, do well against Snell, but Snell is definitely in a league of his own. 3-2 is the count. Snell begins the windup and the pitch. And Frelick sends this to center. But Pages is there to make the catch. And with that, the inning is over. We head to the top of the third. Nobody wants to get a hit, folks. 0-0 in this one. Folks, again, if you haven't done so already, make sure again to like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel already. It is free to do so, folks. I promise you, I'm not going to send you a bill. I'm not going to do nothing like that. Again, if you like the style of broadcast that I have, which, again, it's more of a traditional play-by-play. That's kind of what I try to do. Again, just a radio broadcast. Then hopefully you subscribe. Again, it's free. Again, if you like baseball, if you like football, that is pretty much what I do on the channel. Due up for the Dodgers will be Pages, Ohtani, and Betts. Of course, in the other game, or the other football, the game's happening right now in football, the Falcons leading 21-7. Apparently the Bills had to punt it away, so the Falcons get the ball back. And then the Bears leading 3-0 over the Commies. That would be quite the upset there. So, yeah, that is pretty much what's happening. And with that, I got nothing. Very quick moving game, though. And every time I say that, usually it means we're in for a very slow moving game after that. And of course, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. Of course, again, if you're a member, feel free again to spam those emojis that you're pulling for. Unlock that ability today. That's cool. That is definitely cool. More emojis. It's always better for everyone. Brewers or the Dodgers. And I'll try to my best to keep that updated. Don't think I'll do it for the college games. That's a lot of stuff I'd have to change out every single second. But for the NFL ones, yeah, I'll definitely try to do so. And of course, baseball next year. And of course, if I cover anything else, I'll be sure to change them out. Andy Pages will be due up whenever we do return to action. Pages has struggled this postseason. I don't know, that might be an understatement. He's batting .042, OPS of 122, no homers, and no RBIs. Postseason history between these two teams. The Dodgers won the 2020 wild card 2-0. And then the 2018 NLCS, 4-3. So these Brewers trying to change the trend, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. Oh, and 1 count to Pages. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, and it's 1-1. 1-1 count to Andy Pages. Nobody on, nobody out. Priester delivers. That's cut on and sent to right. And that is foul. 1-2. Only 1 for 24. Here's the 1-2. Almost swung, as that's a breaking ball outside, but held up. 2-2. And looks like Pages is going to step off. Ohtani is on deck. 2-2 count. 2 field goals for the Bears. Bears 6-0. Very nice, Robert. Very nice. The 2-2. Cut on and fouled back. Pages just trying to stay alive here. Again, he's struggled. It's 1 for 24. That is just unbelievable. Here, the 2-2. That's chopped foul. Pages giving Priester some trouble here. 2-2 count. Priester, the wind-up and the pitch. That is inside, and it's 3-2. Slider that just really stayed inside. And it's 3-2 to Andy Pages. Priester rocks and fires. Ground ball, and that's going foul. Pages just trying to... Well, how many pitches is that? That's 8 already, so this will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat for a guy that's batting .042. Priester delivers. Ground ball, and once again, it's foul. So this is a good at-bat here. This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Roberts chewing his gum as Priester delivers. Ground ball to third. Durbin has it, throws to first, and that'll make him 1 for 25. Stepping up to the plate is Ohtani, as that's going to be a low for ball 1. Ohtani walked in his first appearance. As here's the 1-0. That's going to be in there for a called strike. And it's 1-1 to Ohtani. Priester delivers, pitching quickly, as that's going to make it 1-2 to Shohei Ohtani. And Ohtani's going to ask for time. Ohtani again struggling, only batting .148 here in the postseason as the Brewers fans rise to their feet. Priester kicks and deals. just inside. And it's 2-2. After this at bat, I'll try the 3D again. I'll see if that is working for me. If it's not. The 2-2 breaking ball, foul tip, just got a piece of it. I have a feeling it might be here. I don't know. If I'm. Has to be some sort of a delay on their end because I'm also on a little bit of a delay here on DrDelay. The 2-2 from Priester to Ohtani. The pitch. Breaking ball that is low, and it's 3-2 to Shohei Ohtani. Doing a great job of laying off there. Mookie Betts is on deck. The 3-2. Ground ball, and that's going foul. Ohtani saying, hey, watch out. That was very nice of him. Just to let him know that the ball boy was in trouble. The 3-2 count to Shohei Ohtani. Again, he's looking to get something going here. Priester kicks and deals. And Ohtani sends this to left. And Collins makes the catch. All right, let's see if 3D is going to be with us today or not. Am I behind or not? I think I'm going to be... Yeah, I think I'm unfortunately going to be slightly behind. That's unfortunate. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside, and it's 1-0 to Mookie Betts. 1-0 to Betts. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Betts is 0 for 1 on the night. Priester again didn't start. He started in the second inning. As here's the 1-1. That's going to be sent to second. Terang is there and tosses to first for out number 3. Nothing doing for the Dodgers. We head to the bottom of the third inning. The Brewers and the Dodgers tied up at 0-0. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, if I could, if I were at least, on time or, ahead of it, I could do it, but I don't know. I should probably I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it would bother you guys? I don't know how many of you guys are watching the screen. Like, would it bother you if I were calling it behind of what you would visibly see? I mean, because then it's like, I don't know. Welcome to the show. Hey, Ohtani. Oh, Trisk, by the way, who are you pulling for? We had some people ask. Jason asked, wondering who you're pulling for tonight. Who you want in the World Series? Like how they disappear. Yeah, again, like I said, it'd be nice to. I don't know. I need to. I probably. I'll just do it. I'm sure you guys will be fine. It is what it is. But yeah, folks, again, if you like what you hear, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like said games, if you like the way I call it, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. We are definitely a channel on the rise. 1,100 subs in the last 10 weeks. So, again, make sure to like and subscribe. Listening and watching a game on TV. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it probably doesn't matter. I feel like I should just do it, because then people will probably stay like, oh, something to look at. Oh, nice. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and watch. You hate the Brewers, but I'm pulling for the Brewers to win. Okay, well, Trisk is pulling for the Brewers. What about on the AL? It's the Mariners and the Blue Jays over there, Trisk. I don't know how much you've been keeping up with what's happening in baseball. And, of course, folks, again, if you haven't done so, feel free to chat down below. And, of course, you can vote on the poll I have. Who are you pulling for? You pulling for the Brewers or the Dodgers. Again, emojis there in the chat for the members. Can show their support. Unlocked it. That's pretty neat. We're going to go ahead and do 3D. Like I said, I'll be a little bit behind, but that's okay. I'm sure you guys won't mind. And if you do, well, it is what it is. But it's there for you guys. So that way, hey, you know, it is what it is. But for me, yeah, we're just returning to coverage as Snell kicks and deals to Durbin. That's going to be upstairs, and it's 1-0. So 1-0 count to Caleb Durbin. His first plate appearance of the day. The pitch, breaking ball, that is outside. Actually, it's more of a changeup, and it's 2-0. 2-0 count to Caleb Durbin. I just like both cities of Seattle and Toronto. I guess go USA. Okay, going for Seattle. The 2-0. That is in there for a called strike, and it's 2-1. 2-1 count to Caleb Durbin. Snell kicks and deals. Cut on and sent to right, but that is going foul. And it's 2-2. 2-2 count to Durbin. Snell delivers. Durbin sends this to center, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. So Durbin gets on. That's the first hit of the game for anybody. I say it's about time here in the bottom of the third. Of course, Brewers fans love it. And that'll bring up Isaac Collins. The only problem with that is I can't provide you the statistics that they've had. But I'm sure you guys, again, yeah, I'm sure it'll be okay. Collins apparently, I don't know, I could be wrong here, but apparently doesn't have a hit this postseason. As here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. It's 0 for 1. This postseason, he's 0 for 3 and 2 strikeouts. I guess I should have known that. I've covered every Brewers game so far, but I guess I forgot. 0-1 count. Snell sets and delivers. That's a swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Go Brewers in Seattle, Milwaukee, original home. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it seems to be the World Series that most people want. Brewers and the Mariners. 0-2 count. Snell sets. And it's going to throw it over to first, and the Brewers fans going to boo him. King Flying School commercial. Oh, okay, you're getting a commercial. So am I on my end. But that would probably annoy you guys. The 0-2. Check this swing. Did he go? And he did. He struck him out. First, yeah, he went. He tried to hold up. That will bring up Joey Ortiz, the number 9 hitter. Snell sets. Rocks and fires. That is high. And it's 1-0, 95 on the fastball. Want to know count to Joey Ortiz. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Ortiz is batting 154 this postseason. Not really known for his hitting ability, more of a glove specialist. One and one. Snell sets and fires. Oh, never mind. As Durbin was caught in the middle. Durbin trying to advance something. I don't know what he was really trying to do there, but just didn't work out. And now there's 2 outs. Yeah, Snell fired over the first, and then, of course, Durbin was just caught in the middle, and he took off, and it just didn't work out. Using a 3D. Yeah, we're trying here, Rhino. Again, appreciate you stopping on in. Of course, I've heard that the Falcons are leading over the Buffalo. That would be very interesting. By the way, go Chargers. I think that might need to be said Definitely a Chargers believer now. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be a foul tip, 1 and 2. Chargers, a team with an actual winning record, might be a little bit more difficult for the Colts this weekend. But again, appreciate it. Rhinos, we're continuing to rise. Well, congratulations on 4,000, folks. Rising Rhino hit 4,000. That's a ground ball up the middle. Betts has it, throws to first, gets him by a step for out number 3. That's right, I don't have to do anything anymore. We head to the top of the 4th, 0-0. But yes, congratulations to Rising Rhino for 4,000 subs. That is pretty cool. That is pretty neat. The goal for me, I'm not going to hit 4,000 this year, of course, but definitely aiming for, I think 2,500 is doable. I really do. That'd be 500 subs a month, starting from this point on. Is it a little high? Yeah. But we're going to try. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Folks, this is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like the NFL, you like the MLB, college football, make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. Yeah, going to 5. Hey, you probably hit it. Probably hit it very soon. But, yeah, no, he's definitely rising up. But, yeah, it would be pretty cool. Again, if I can get to 2,500, I think that'd be pretty good. Anything else would be great. But that is kind of the goal. We're going to try to hit 2,500 by December 31st. And we're going to try. That's all I can do. But yes, folks, again, if you're joining us for the first time, make sure, again, to hit that subscribe button. This is what I do. I call games. 13-0. Yeah, no, Robert, they are looking very good. Yep, 13-0 Falcons Bills at the half. Making sure this is, if I might have messed it up. I might have to back out. Dang it. Oh well. Rhino, are you going on a 3-mile run? Wow, I wish I could still run. This guy. Oh, this guy, the 5K. Yeah, Rising Rhino, multitasking, calling games and running 5Ks. Whenever we are due up, it's going to be Teoscar Hernandez going to the plate. We're just kind of waiting for a commercial break. Geez, All right, we're back. Showing Pat Murphy there. Interviewing him again here in the top of the 4th at 0-0. Looks like the catcher is going to go ahead and bat for the Dodgers there, and it's nice. Priester again on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. As Priester begins the windup and the pitch. That's going to be upstairs, and it's 1-0 to Teoscar Hernandez, who's 0 for 1 on the day. A lot of people are 0 for 1, to be honest with you. The 1-0, that's going to be outside, and it's 2-0. 2-0 count. Priester kicks and deals. That is inside, and it's 3-0. So a little bit of trouble here. Second season as Brewers manager. Second straight season with 90-plus wins, so he's been pretty solid. As that's going to be a 4-pitch walk, folks. 94 below the knees. So the Dodgers with a man on at first. That'll bring up Freddie Freeman. Great pitching duel so far. Yes, it really has been. To be honest with you, though, I feel like that's just kind of the norm for the playoffs. I feel like every single game is a pitching duel. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike on the outside corner. Thank you, of course, for tuning in. Woodworking. Appreciate you, man. 0-1 count. Priester sets and fires. That is going to be low, and it's 1-1, 93 on the sinker. Priester sets, kicks and deals, and Freeman sends this to left. Collins on the run. Oh, what a leaping grab. What a play by Collins. And that's going to force Hernandez to retreat. Collins with a great play to get the outs. Collins was sprinting in a nice jump. Very nice. So down goes Freeman. Steps up is Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of L.A. So for 1 in this one as Priester delivers. That's going to be cut on and fouled back. And it's 0-1. 11 Lords of Leaping. I'm not quite sure what in the world that is. 0-1 count. Priester sets, kicks and deals. That's going to be a ground ball and diving attempt by Ortiz. Not able to get there in time as Frelick is there to throw it back in. Frelick playing center. That's interesting. All right, that'll bring up Tommy Edman, who's 0 for 1. One of the 12 days of Christmas. Oh, is that what it is? 11 Lords of Leaping? Jeez. Priester delivers. That's going to be cut on and sent to center. Frelick on the run. Not going to get there in time. He's going to throw it in, and now there are bases loaded. There are bases loaded for the Dodgers. With just 1 out here in the top of the 4th, looks like the Brewers going to send out their pitching coach. A little bit scary. So again, bases loaded, 1 out. They're having a little chat here with Priester. A little bit of trouble. Come on, Brewers. Yeah, again, this is definitely a tough situation. Muncy is at the plate. Again, there's still a mound visit underway. But definitely, again, a scary situation. Bases loaded with just 1 out. Now, of course, a double play. That pretty much saves you. Yeah, Chris, yeah, a double play helps you out a lot. That's what they're going to be pulling for here. Need Muncy to get on top of something. All right, Priester leans in as he faces Max Muncy, who walked in his first appearance. Priester sets, kicks and deals. That is going to be outside, and it's 1-0. A double. 1-0 count. Priester sets and delivers. And Muncy sends this to center. Frelick at the wall, leaping. Oh, he keeps it in. Did he catch it? He's going to throw to the plate, and Hernandez is out. What? What in the world just happened? I don't know what just happened, but right now there's a double play. Frelick leaped. He leapt up, kept it, and bounced. I guess he caught it. Oh, no, it's not going to be out. Oh, it's not a double play. It's going to be a force play. Okay, so Frelick leapt at the wall. It hit his glove, then it hit the wall. Okay, and I guess they threw to the plate, and it was a force out at the plate. The throw beat Hernandez, and then Contreras went ahead and jogged down to third because it was a force play at third. No one else knew what happened. Oh my goodness, you'll never really, I don't think you'll ever see this again. Bud, by the way, hello there. You're joining in at a pretty crazy time. Roberts is trying to appeal here. What a play. Again, this was a force, and Hernandez beat out at the plate. And then Contreras ran to third base and tagged third base. And that is going to do it for this inning. Great stuff by Ortiz again to just understand the situation and throw it home. And then Contreras. And then Edmonds like, oh no, I got to run to second. And then the guy at second was like, I don't know what's going on. And then Contreras, of course, beat him to third. But this is this is amazing. Craziness, yes. 13-7 Bears lead. So that means the commies scored. Wow. That is just amazing. Will Smith had no idea what was going on. This should be a double play. Oh my goodness. Definitely going to have to check out. Oh yeah, it is. It is amazing. And they're still actually reviewing this, folks, but talk about the craziness. What a play. Force out at home is confirmed. That's out. The force out at third is confirmed. It's out. It's a double play. That is the end of the top of the fourth. What a play. Dave Roberts now is like, what the heck just happened? That is amazing. This is just flat out crazy. What a great play by the Brewers. Heads up, knowing the situation. Dodgers didn't. They didn't know what the heck was going on. Really, no one did except for the Brewers. So we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. It is still 0-0 here in Milwaukee. What a wow. Yeah, no, you definitely need to check out that highlight for sure. Great defense. Oh, yeah, it was amazing defense. Next year, there will be an outfield fly rule. Oh, man, yeah, maybe. Hopefully, the offense can take advantage. Oh, they have to. They have to, folks. It's 0-0. And again, folks, make sure, again, if you haven't done so already, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do. I call games. So, again, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you like MLB, if you like NFL, college football. That is what I do on the channel. So, yeah, make sure, again, to subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with DrDelay. You can't make mistakes against this Brewers team. You really can't, Cheesehead. You really can't. Another Cheesehead, by the way, the second Cheesehead. That's interesting. Well, again, appreciate you stopping on by. Cheesehead made an appearance earlier, and now we have Cheesehead 2025. Well, hey, there we go. I got all the Cheeseheads here. Again, there's a lot of Brewers fans that have subscribed to the channel. So if you are a Brewers fan, definitely subscribe. I've covered you guys a lot pretty much since the end of August. And, of course, even if you're, again, Dodgers fan, make sure to, again, to subscribe. Again, I'll be covering this series early, for tomorrow. Again, I will be missing on Thursday and Friday, so I do apologize. I'll be sure to send you guys elsewhere. That is definitely happening. I'll be sure to send you guys elsewhere and give you guys the information on who to go to. I'll be sure to give you guys a quality, of course, play-by-play guy. So, but yeah, again, make sure definitely to subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with DrDelay. And that was crazy. Go Pack Go, yeah. It was definitely a moment, of course, again. Members, feel free, again, to support your team. I think any members I do have are with the Brewers. So they will probably spam the Brewers ones. I don't know if the mods have that. Let me check. No, but it's okay. All right, we're back. Here is the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. This is Chourio at the plate, who's 0 for 1. Again, they're just going to show this other. All right, anyway, here is the 0-1. That's going to be low, and it's 1-1. They're showing the umpire in the outfield. He was saying safe, so it wasn't a catch because it was off the wall. But again, only the Brewers really knew that. Dodgers were unsure what to do. So great stuff. The 1-1. Here is the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2 to Jackson Chourio. 0-1 count. Snell kicks and deals. That's in the dirt. Checked his swing. Did not go. And it's 2-2 to Chourio. Again, Chourio 0 for 1. This postseason, though, batting .368 with a homer and his 6 RBIs. Here's the 2-2. That is inside, and it's 3-2. So 3-2 count to Chourio. Nobody on, nobody out. Snell fires. Chopper, and once again, that's going foul. Three and two count. You can actually blame Will Smith, apparently. They're showing all the new angles. Here's the pitch. Chourio, grounder. And that's going foul yet again. Come on, Cheerios, yeah. 3-2 is the count. Nobody on, nobody out. Here's the pitch. That is going to be called strike 3. Just got the piece of the zone. He struck him out. Man, that's tough. That's a tough one. All right, now coming to the plate is Christian Yelich. Again, he's kind of struggled this postseason. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside, and it's 1-0. 1 out, nobody on here for the Brewers. 0-0 is your score. Snell rocks and fires. That is outside, and it's 2-0. Two and 0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a check swing, but that is going to go foul. So 2-1 count. Of course, the Mariners did defeat the Blue Jays earlier today, 10-3. So the Mariners with a 2-0 lead over the Blue Jays. It's 2-1. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Two and 2 count. The pitch. That's low, and it's 3-2. Contreras is on deck. 3-2 count. 1 out. Nobody on. Snell rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts. Snell now with 5 strikeouts, and that will bring up William Contreras, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Snell delivers. That's going to be low, and it's 1-0. What was that play? It was amazing. It was amazing, Magic Man. It was very awesome indeed. Definitely one of the best things I've ever seen for sure. Here is the 1-0. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1 to William Contreras. And he's 0 for 1 on the day. Go Brewers and cheers. Magic Man, again, I actually unlocked some more emojis, so here you go. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, and it's a 1-2. So feel free to rep your team. Again, I'll be trying to switch that out every single MLB and NFL game. College football, probably not going to do that. It's just too much. But yeah, we got you. Going to just have some more emojis there. Here's the 1-2. That's a chopper, and that's going foul. Just another thank you, guys. So I'll put a little bit more work. It's not too hard, to be honest with you, but definitely takes a little bit of time. 1-2 count. Snell rocks and fires. That's a ground ball. Little tapper, actually, to the pitcher. Snell throws to first. Gets him by a step. For out number 3, we head to the top of the 5th. Your score, 0-0. All right, let's check out the scores from across the NFL because we have some NFL games happening tonight. Of course, brought to you by Coffee Beans, Eduardo Hernandez, Saria Cat, and Hammer. Thank you very much for being scoreboard sponsors, folks. It's much appreciated. All right, the Falcons leading 21-14 with 9:23 left to go in the third quarter, and the Bears lead 13-7 over the Commies with 6:23 left to go in the second quarter. So, yeah, definitely interesting stuff there. I actually had the opposite teams winning. Of course, the Bills and the Commies. Right now, the Bears and the Falcons. Pretty sure. I don't know. I don't think I picked. Did I? There's no way. Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. Of course, folks, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Again, this is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like the NFL, if you like MLB, make sure to subscribe because this is what I do. I call games. Again, 1,100 subscribers in the last 10 weeks. We are definitely a channel on the rise. So definitely subscribe and be a part of that rise. And, of course, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. And I do have a poll. 70% of you guys pulling for the Brewers here as far as who's winning game 1. 30%, of course, with the Doyers. Due up will be Kike Hernandez. It looks like Priester is back and going to be on the mound for his fourth inning. For inning number 4, but in reality it's the 5th inning, but his 4th inning. As he didn't start, it was Aaron Ashby who started. How nice of Kike Hernandez to catch. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Got nothing else to say. Should be returning to action soon, as I see they're getting ready. All right, looks like we are back. Hernandez stepping in. Priester ready to pitch. Here's the pitch. That is going to be in there, but not called a strike. It's 1-0 count. And the Brewers warming up. Koenig. The 1-0, that's going to be a swing and a miss, and it's a 1-1 to Kike Hernandez, who's 0 for 1 on the day. One and one. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside, and it's 2-1. Too bad the Padres didn't get too far. Most here in San Diego have contempt for the Dodgers. I think they're okay. Yeah, I definitely know about the rivalry there. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be yanked to left, and that is going to get down for at least 2 bases. Hernandez digging in to second with a lead-off double. Hernandez kind of celebrating in front of Terang. Like the 3-day. Well, thank you. Unfortunately, if you pay a little bit attention, it's going to be a little bit ahead of me, but, it is what it is. But again, appreciate you. Yes, this is a new change. I don't know if it'll be here every game, but, it'll be here for now, for today. I can tell you that. All right, this is Andy Pages. Again, he has struggled. That might be an understatement. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a called strike. It's 0 for 1, of course, today. He's batting .040 this postseason. He's 1 for 25. Priester looks back at second and fires. That is going to be inside, but it's called a strike. Pages doesn't like the call. I guess when you're down, they'll kick you when you're down. 0-2 count. Priester sets. Looks back at second and fires. That is going to be outside. And it's 1-2. Ball gets past Priester. Trang is there, of course, to toss it back to Priester. 1-2 count to Pages. Runner on second with nobody out. Priester delivers. Pages chopper to short. Throws to first for out number 1. Dodgers starting pitching has me a little worried. They're really good. They are. Dodgers are legit. There's a reason why they are definitely, of course, the defending champion. But, of course, they are definitely not liked by a lot. Shohei Ohtani is coming to play. Actually, he's going to head on down to first. They're going to intentionally walk him. So that will bring up Mookie Betts. This is interesting. So runners on first and second now with just 1 out. Mookie Betts is 0 for 2. He's batting .357 this postseason with 4 RBIs. Priester delivers. That's going to be in there for a called strike. 0-1 count. Again, Ohtani's also been struggling at the plate, but they're electing to go face Betts, who's 0 for 2, but he's been hitting very well this postseason. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Betts can't believe he took that. He looked pretty upset with himself there. 0-2 count as the Brewers start waving their terrible towels, I guess. The pitch. That's going to be hit to second. Oh, it might pay off. There's 1 and 2. A double play. Good stuff for the Brewers as they they both head to the bottom of the 5th. The score, of course, is 0-0. Of course, folks, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do. I call games. And occasionally you'll have a special guest here. She doesn't want to look at the camera right now. But yeah, 0-0 is your score. And again, if you like the MLB, if you like the NFL, college football, make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. Yep, spam in the Brewers emojis. Yeah, again, I will try to, kind of match that. Match whoever's playing, for the members. So that way you can kind of support whoever you want to support. I don't like how the Dodgers kept getting guys on base. Too much of a liability when the Dodgers can just knock it out of the park. Double plays are nice. Oh, yeah. Hello, Kitty. Yeah. Bud says, hello to you, Mickey. Mickey is the name. Go ahead. There's Mickey here. Hanging out. She's constantly breaking into the room because the door isn't really a lockable door. It's kind of just a push-open door. But again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, if you haven't done so already, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. Of course, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. Don't fall in here. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I got nothing else. I know there's some NFL games happening. We can check out what's happening there. Let's see here. The Falcons. Well, I think that's going to refresh. There we go. Yeah, the Falcons still leading 21-14 over the Bills. They're in the third quarter. The Bears and the Commies, they are still in the second. 13-7, Bears leading over the Commies. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I got nothing. Hopefully the game ends at a decent time. I need some sleep to help. Oh, you're sick. Well, hopefully you feel better, Chris. Yeah. Yeah, definitely pulling for that as well, to be honest with you. As Snell kicks and deals, that's going to be cut on and fouled back. And it's 0-1. To Bryce Terang, who's also 0 for 1. Of course, what's going to stink is the the games out in L.A. 0-1 count. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 to Bryce Terang. Brewers warming up Patrick in the bullpen. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in the dirt, and it's 1-2. That was a slider. Breaking ball. Yeah, don't play with that. That's the one problem. She sees the cord now. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. So down goes Terang. That's why I like the wireless, but that one's been out of juice. So I need to, still charging it. This will be Andrew Vaughn, who's 0 for 1. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1 to Andrew Vaughn. Yeah, nobody on, 1 out. Snell delivers. That's a ground ball to short. Betts has it, throws to first for out number 2. It's very quickly 2 outs. 2 outs for the Brewers. That'll bring up Sal Frelick again. He has also struggled this postseason. Snell rocks. And fire, showing bunt, pulls back. That is in there for a called strike. It sounds so easy. Just hit a homer. I don't know, when they are walking you. They are walking you. Good strategy on the Brewers' part. That's tough. Yeah, I don't know. I have mixed feelings on putting people on base, but if you like the matchup, that's going to be a ground ball to short. Betts has it, throws to first for out number 3. We head to the top of the 6th. It is 0-0 here in Milwaukee. It's a quick game. David Davis pulling for the Dodgers. Dodgers pitcher. Let me double check here. I can check. Wonder if I can check. Well, yeah, I can just go to 2D here. Snell's at 65. He's been pretty efficient so far. Yeah, he's been pretty efficient. So I'm sorry, Chris. Looks like he'll be in a little bit longer. Mickey again trying to terrorize everything. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. This is what I do. I call games. And that's pretty much it. You'll get occasional... I'm going to have to wash this now, which tomorrow's a laundry day, so that's good. She has rubbed all her cat hair on my jersey. But, this is what I do, folks. I call games. So, again, if you like the NFL, if you like the MLB, if you like college football, make sure, again, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel. Anyone with me boycott the Super Bowl halftime? I actually don't really... I don't watch. I never really did watch, to be honest. I'm a football guy, and I don't know why people make a big deal about it. I just never understood it. Like, for me, like, I don't care about music. Like, I don't care about music at a football game, I should say. You know, if it's the band, you know, if it's a high school band or whatnot, or college band, I guess that's one thing. But like, I don't know. I've never actually watched it. I will like turn it off for 30 minutes and then literally do something else, anything else. I've never watched it. So I guess I've always boycotted there, bud. But yeah. But I won't be watching. You never watch it? Yeah, I don't know. I just never found the appeal. My goodness. Teoscar Hernandez will be due up whenever we do return to action. This is a quick-moving game. It's actually a pace that is very much like the regular season, despite the long commercials, because we're already in the 6th, and we're only an hour and a half in. See all this hair here, Mickey? That's all yours. You enjoy the Super Bowl halftimes? Yeah, to each their own, you know. I just never found it appealing. I don't know. I don't know. I'm also just not a concert guy. Like, you know, like, oh, I've been to this concert. I listen to them live. Like me, that's loud. I don't like loud. I don't know if that makes any sense. All right, Patrick delivers. That's going to be upstairs, and it's 1-0. 1-0 count to Teoscar Hernandez. Patrick kicks and deals. That's going to be popped up. Shallow left. Ortiz calling for it and makes the catch for out number 1. Students I teach love Bad Bunny. Yeah, no, he's definitely loved by like the younger generation, Gen Z. Me, I'm like the last of millennials. I was born in 96. But yeah, I know definitely Gen Z or Alpha, they like him. He's kind of a funny guy. As Patrick delivers to Freeman, that's going to be outside. And it's 1-0. Freeman's 0 for 2. What'd you think of Freeman play? Oh, that was an amazing play, Z. That was so good. You go to the bathroom and have a smoke, then halftime is over. Jeez. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low, and it's 2-0. 2-0 count to Freeman. Again, Freeman 0 for 2 on the night, looking to get on for the first time. Concerts haven't been the same since Floyd stopped touring. I don't even know who that is, to be honest with you. The 2-0, that's going to be a foul tip into the catcher's glove, and it's 2-1. That went straight to the moon. Yeah. That pop-up. 2-1 count. Patrick kicks and deals. That's going to be inside, and it's 3-1 to Freddie Freeman. 3-1. Patrick begins the windup and the pitch. That is going to be in there for a called strike, and it's 3-2. Fastball on the outside corner. Nobody on, 1 out. Freeman again 0 for 2, looking for his first hit of the game. Here's the pitch. Freeman sends this to right. That is high. That is deep. Churio is just going to see it go. That is a solo shot home run, to the Dodgers have taken A 1-0 lead here in Milwaukee. Pink Floyd, that's your name. Yeah, I have a lot of homework assignments. I thought homework ended for me about 10 years ago, but apparently not. You guys are assigning homework. Dinger, yep. That was just gone. That was to the moon. That was extremely high. Didn't really have a lot of distance there, but of course it was far enough for the home run, as that's going to be in there for a called strike. Freeman couldn't, doing his, whatever. And the Dodgers now leading 1-0 here in the top of the sixth. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be popped up, and that's going foul. So it's very quickly 0-2 to Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of L.A. 0-2 count. Patrick shrugs his shoulders and delivers. That's going to be in the dirt. Breaking ball. And it's 1-2. Michael right now should be happy. Yeah, he should be. They now lead. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be sent to center, and that's going to get down for a base hit. And Smith is 2 for 3. As looks like the move to the pen for Patrick. Patrick just hasn't worked out. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah, like I said, yeah, I'm not familiar with I don't know. I just listen to music I guess people don't listen to, I guess. Edmund is coming to the plate as looks like there is a mound visit here. So the pitching coach having a little word with Patrick. Commanders just had a doink. Really? Oh man, I'm like I cover a game. I cover a lot of games with doinks. That's a bummer. That is a bummer. Checking out some scores here. Again, it's still 21-14 there in Atlanta. The Bears leading 13-7 over the Commies / Redskins, of course. All right, Edmund coming to the plate. Again, a runner on first as Patrick sets. Looks over again. And fires, showing bunt, pulls back. That is inside for ball 1. What music do I listen to? I don't know. Just whatever is good, I guess. I don't know. I know it's a vague answer. Whatever I find appealing. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be cut on and hit to left, and that is going foul. Hard to explain. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to explain. 1-1 count here to Tommy Evans. I just pivot away. Patrick looks over. Sets and fires. That is low, and it's 2-1. Edmund again 1-2 on the day. Alan Parsons was the producer of that. I wonder if people remember that guy. Yeah, I don't even know. I have no idea. I'm lost. 2-1. Patrick sets and fires. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2 to Tommy Edmund. Again, a runner on first with 1 out. Patrick sets. Kicks and deals. That is outside, and it's 3-2. 3-2 count. Just staying alive. Patrick at 17 pitches, all with just 1 out here in the inning. Patrick delivers. That's a chopper, and once again, that's going foul. Alan Parsons, a great eye in the sky. Serious Chicago Bulls opening home games announcement. One want to be song by Alan. 3-2 here to Tommy Edman. Again, runner on first, one out. Patrick sets. And fires. Runner goes. That is outside. And that is ball 4. Patrick. Looks like the move to him has not paid off. Parsons worked for the Beatles. Okay. Must be kind of old then, if that's the case. Looks like Murphy's coming out, and Koenig is going to be coming in to relieve Patrick. As unfortunately, Patrick could not deliver. All right, you guys talk about all that in the comments. I'm good. I will just worry about what's on the screen, which right now is a pitching change, so unfortunately, not much here. But, of course, again, in the NFL right now, the Falcons leading 21-14 over the Bills. It's the same Falcons team that got shut out by the Panthers. And, of course, the Bears leading the Commies/Redskins at the half. 13-7. Folks, again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Of course, again, for the members here, appreciate your support. I unlocked more emotes or emojis, so there you go. Again, I'll be able to switch those out every game. So I won't be doing that for college football. That's just too much work. But there you go. There you go. Maybe later down the road I'll do college football as well. That's like 100 and something things I have to download. Because apparently I can't use... Like, I had to download different logos than the logos I use for the thumbnails. It was really dumb. I hated that. Hated that. Didn't have to with the Brewers. But yeah, that was really annoying. But it is what it is. We made it a reality. So yeah, you're going to see some of them are like in different shapes and sizes. It's going to look kind of lame, but at least it's something, I guess. So yeah, again, feel free to show your support. Again, I do appreciate you guys hanging out because, again, I know there's a lot of people out there streaming this game right now. So again, I appreciate that you're letting me call the game. And if you haven't done so already, make sure again to subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do. I call games. I call games. Should have used Koenig. Yeah, no, I agree. He was warming up for a while. They never went to him. They were warming him up with Priester, and they didn't put him in. So far, he's allowed 1 run in the postseason, 2 2/3 inning pitch. As Koenig sets, looks like he got a haircut. Looks back and fires. That is going to be in there for a called strike. 0-1 count, or am I thinking of McGill? I think I'm thinking of McGill, actually. 0-1 counts. Koenig sets. Looks back at second. And fires. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 to Max Muncy, who's 0 for 1 with the walk. and 2. Runner on first and second with 1 out. Koenig sets and fires. And Muncy sends this to left center. And, Collins makes the catch. Frelick almost collided there with Collins. I don't know. Frelick didn't look happy with that. Interesting. Yeah, no, Frelick didn't look happy with Collins there. Hopefully it's nothing there for the Brewers fans. As here's the pitch. That is going to be in there for a called strike. This is Kike Hernandez at the plate, who's 1 for 2 with a double. Koenig sets. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Looks back at second again. Here's the pitch. That is low. And that's called a strike. 2 of them have been, these 2 pitches here, just a little questionable. Is this an early version of MLB The Show? Pretty much. This was the beta for MLB 06, The Show. 0-2 count to Kike Hernandez. Koenig sets. Looks back at second. Rocks and fires. Checked his swing. That is in the dirt, and it's 1-2. One and two counts. I should have bought MLB 11. I don't know where that one went. That was one of my favorite MLB The Shows. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's cut on and sent to right, and that's going to go foul. I was at a second in Charles today while we were at the mall. That was one of my favorites. I don't know where it went because it's not in front of me, not in front of my... I have some PS3 games, so it's not there. I don't know where it went, but I enjoyed that one. 1-2 count. Koenig looks back. Looks back again. And fires. That's going to be a check swing in the dirt. Oh, he went! He struck him out. I didn't get to see a side angle there, but I can tell you that Freddie Freeman has opened up the scoring with a solo shot home run. And the Dodgers, of course, leading 1-0 here as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Yeah, I do play, pretty much what I play now, like off camera. I'll probably, after this, I'll play, my franchise mode on MLB 25. But I don't know. It just, even though it's pretty much the same game, I just prefer the old ones. I dig watching players come out of the ground. Makes me think about Field of Dreams. Come out of the cornfield. Yeah, no, I love Field of Dreams. That's actually one of my favorite movies of all time. It really is. It really is. I enjoy that one. I haven't watched it in a while. But, yeah, that's a really good one. I really enjoy that. Just out of curiosity, what are your guys' favorite baseball movies? Do you guys like Field of Dreams? Is it Moneyball? I'm sure some of you guys will say The Natural, which I have not seen, but that's my dad's, I think, favorite baseball movie. He loves The Natural. He loves The Natural. Folks, again, if you're here and you haven't already subscribed yet, well, then what are you doing? Make sure to like and subscribe, folks. This is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you enjoy what you're listening to, definitely subscribe. It is completely free to do so, by the way. You won't have to pay me anything. So definitely subscribe to the channel, and you're going to get some baseball and, of course, some NFL content as well, college football as well. So a lot of stuff here. 8 men out of. I'm not familiar with that. 8 men out. Bud likes Bull Durham. Okay. I've seen that once. It was on like TBS or something. Yeah, no, it wasn't too bad. The Natural, yeah. That's a common one. Yeah, no, for me though, it's Field of Dreams. Then I like Moneyball as well. Trisk likes 8. Oh, okay, so Trisk doesn't like The Natural. I thought he loved The Natural. I thought Natural was his favorite. No, it's 8 men out. Okay. Well, my bad. Yeah, I do like the Field of Dreams. Let's see. I don't know. I guess I haven't really seen that much. There's The Rookie. I like The Rookie with Dennis Quaid. That's a good one. Rookie of the Year. That's the one with the kid, Henry Rodengard or whatever. I don't know. That was okay. It's more of a, I don't know. Here is the pitch. That's a breaking ball in there for a called strike. This is Caleb Durbin. He's 1 for 1. It's about the White Sox. Oh, okay. Here's the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. The Sandlot, I actually don't know if I've ever seen the Sandlot in its completion. I actually can't lie to you. I don't think I have. 0-2 count. Snell kicks and deals. That is outside, and it's 1-2. You like the natural? Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, I see. You're correcting. Major League or the rookie. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen Major League as well. But the rookie. I love the rookie. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be called. Strike 3. He struck him out. Struck him out on the inside corner. A fastball. Snell at 69 pitches. Again, he is just very efficient. Major League. Yep. The Sandlot. Yeah, I haven't seen some of those, but I know of them, of course. I just haven't seen them. This is Isaac Collins as he takes 96 in there for a called strike. Blake Snell's only allowed 2 runs this postseason. 2 to the Reds, 0 to the Phillies, 0 here tonight. Here's the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Fooled him with the changeup. Bad News Bears. I think I've seen that. I can't remember, though. Yeah, I guess I haven't seen that much. Never seen the whole 8 Men Out movie, but the ending of 8 Men Out is cool. But it might be fiction. Okay. 0-2 count. Here is the pitch. That's a check swing in the dirt. Did he go? He went. He struck him out. And Snell is just fooling the Brewers tonight. Don't know where the up. Okay, it's all good. This is getting sad. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely tough if you're a Brewers fan. This is Joey Ortiz. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Major League is fun to watch. The sequel stupid. Yeah, I just haven't watched I guess one day I'll watch it. Here's the 0-1. Then it's going to be in the dirt, and it's 1-1. So there's a positive for the Brewers. There's a ball. You haven't seen the Sandlot? Yeah, I know you're killing me, Smalls. Yeah. I know. I don't think I've seen it. I know about like the Jet Gonzalez or something, or Speedy Gonzalez or Rodriguez, or I don't remember. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be outside. It's 2-1. Then I know there's the kid with like the really long like bill on the cap. Like I know about that. It's based on a true story, so I'm sure they take quite a few liberties with this. Okay. 2-1 count. Here is the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. 85 on the changeup right down the middle. And we might be heading to the top of the 7th really quickly, folks, as the Brewers, I don't know if they're going to have an answer for this guy. As Snell rocks and fires. Chopper to third. Muncy has it. Throws to first for out number 3. We head to the top of the 7th. The Dodgers lead 1-0 over the Brewers. Brewers only have 1 hit through 6 innings. Bad News Bears 70s editions. It's neat, but no, the newer one is bad. I think I may have seen the older one. I don't know. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. This is what I do. I call games, folks. So, again, make sure to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel. Definitely helps out small channels like mine, but we're not going to be small for much longer, folks. We're trending in the right direction. 1,100 subs in the last 10 weeks, so we are definitely moving up. So, again, appreciate you for hanging out with me tonight, and, of course, make sure to subscribe to the channel, as we are definitely a growing channel. I missed a lot of movies. It's crazy that the boy who likes baseball, his father never explained who Babe Ruth was. I don't even know what that is. Trisk doesn't like the Sandlot. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I may have known that. Maybe that's why I never saw it. But yeah, again, appreciate you guys. Again, we are a growing channel. I even asked ChatGPT, hey, like, how many subs do I need in a year to know that I'm on the path for success? They said I needed 1,000. I needed 1,000. And I started doing this in March, and here we are, over 1,000. So, and it's not March, is it? No, it's in October. So, yes, make sure again to subscribe because we are definitely on the path for success. We are crushing that. So, we're just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Hopefully, I actually don't, but the channel will. Of course, tomorrow I'll be returning to the series for Game 2. Same time, I believe. I don't think that's changing. Yep, same time. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock, as I call Game 2 of this series. And, of course, I call a lot of the NFL as well, and MLB, or and college football. Pardon me. Burping. Let's see here. Let's see what we have. In the NFL right now, the Falcons leading the Bills 21-14, 8 minutes to go in that one. The Bears leading 13-7 over the Commies. They're just now exiting the first half. So upsets potentially happening in the NFL. A League of Their Own. I've heard that was really good. I need to watch that one as well. Brewster Millions with Richard Pryor. Not familiar with that. George, the movie Major League was a shot at. Oh, was it? I didn't know that. Yeah, again, I'm not familiar with all that. All right. Pages is coming to the plate. Here's the pitch. That's going to be cut on and fouled back as it looks like now I'm ahead. Oh, that's good. That is great news. 0-1 count here to Angel Pages. The pitch, that is going to be in there for a called strike. And it's 0-2. In the silent movie, the group loses the ball over the wall with the big... I remember the big dog. 0-2 count. Koenig delivers. That's a breaking ball in the dirt, and it's 1-2. I got you, Trisk. Yeah, I think I got the gist. I just never really watched it in its completion. 1-2 count. Koenig sets and fires. That's cut on and sent backwards, as that is a foul ball and a souvenir. You'll be able to see the replay in a moment. There you go. Sent backwards. 1-2. Koenig comes to a set. Rocks and fires. Just inside, and it's 2-2. Again, Pages has struggled this postseason. He's 1 for 26 in the playoffs. Don't talk about the playoffs with Angel Pages. Don't talk about it. You kidding me? 2-2 count to Pages. Nobody on, nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. I'm trying to make sure that's not too loud. Koenig sets and fires. Ground ball up the middle. Terang is there to throw it to first for out. Number 1. Again, just his struggles continue. Brewster's Millions would not call it a baseball movie, but it centers around a journeyman ball player. Neat movie, never would work in today's world. This is Shohei Ohtani. Lefty on lefty. Koenig sets and fires. That's going to be low, and it's 1-0. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks tonight. Koenig kicks and deals. That's going to be low, and it's 2-0 to Shohei Ohtani. Most likely the NL MVP. Chris showing his support for the Brewers. Here's the pitch. That's going to be ripped to first. Oh, what a stop by Vaughn. He's going to beat Ohtani to the bag for out number 2. Good stop by Andrew Vaughn. Hasn't been too bad defensively whenever I've watched the Brewers. Good stuff. All right, that'll bring up Mookie Betts, who's 0 for 3 tonight. The pitch. Betts sends this to center. Frelick already calling it off and will make the catch for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The Dodgers again leading 1-0 over the Brewers. This is definitely on pace to be the quickest playoff game so far, and I'm okay with that. I definitely am okay with that. Everything else has been like 3.5 hours. This one just now, not even actually passing the 2-hour mark yet. That technically was at 08 is when the game started. So again, folks, if you haven't done so already, make sure again to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do. I call games. So again, if you like the NFL, if you like MLB, and you like college football, make sure to subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. Of course, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. And of course, again, I just want to remind the members, feel free again to see the new emojis I added. I can add more emojis now. So there you go. I'm able to add whoever's playing. I don't know why it takes away. Whenever I do more than 2, I can't see it on my end. I could see it on y'all's end. I don't know. It seems to take away on my end, but you can see it there. But yeah, you can pull for your team right there. Again, I'll make sure to switch it out every single game for the NFL and MLB going forward. So there's that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe. Again, I know there's a lot of people out there calling this game, so thank you for letting me try to win you over in the brief time we're here together. So, and of course, again, tomorrow I'll be calling the same game at the same time. Game 2 of the series. Will the Dodgers be up by 1 or the Brewers be up by 1? I guess we'll find out in about an hour or so. Yeah, there's DrDelay, yeah. I don't know, I don't know. I might remove that one later down the road. Where's your emoji? You don't have one. You do not have one. Sorry. And yeah, I have to be like very specific. Like I can't, like I had to re-download a bunch of stuff. Like I can't use the ones that I use for my thumbnails. So that was pretty annoying. I have to find specific ones. Sorry, Trisk. I don't know. I'll look for Steve Bono in I guess it has to be like a 1x1. It's really complicated. It's really complicated. We're returning to action here again, where the Dodgers lead 1-0. $13-10 Bears. Okay, well the commies might be coming back, folks. The Redskins commies, whatever you want to call them. I imagine we'll see Blake Snell out there. There's no reason to take him out. I mean, he is dominating. He is absolutely dominating tonight. Chourio will be leading things off here in the bottom of the 7th. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And again, if you're just tuning in, the Dodgers up 1-0. Freddie Freeman, the difference in this one offensively. And of course, on the mound, it's been Snell just dominating. Patrick was the one that allowed the home run. But yeah, no, it has been a pitcher's duel for sure. Which really, that's how it's been for this postseason. 3 runs seems to be all it really takes to win the game. All right, we're back as, again, Chourio is stepping on into the box. Snell on the mound. Snell looking to keep his performance up. Here is the pitch, and that's going to be low for ball 1. My guess is for the series. The Dodgers in 6, though. I'm rooting for the Brewers. Well, if the Brewers can't hit, yeah, that seems to be a accurate prediction. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be chopped foul, and it's a 1-1. Thank you again, Jason, for chatting away. Falcon T pulling for the Brewers. 1-1 count. Snell rocks and fires. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. You keep talking about the game of the time of the game. Hopefully, you don't jinx yourself. Yeah, I know. I was just thinking. I keep bringing it up. Anyone remember the Dodgers vs. Braves 19 innings of extras? That doesn't sound that fun. We don't need that. No, we don't need that. But hey, if it happens, it happens. Snell rocks and fires. That's a swing and a miss. He chased out of the zone. He struck him out. I just realized, were you guys... Okay, no, I was making sure you guys have the batter on your screen. 79 on the changeup. There you see him chasing away. Snell delivers. Breaking ball. That is in there for a called strike. Oh and 1 is the count. Snell kicks and deals. That is low, and it's 1-1. One and 1 to Yelich. Snell delivers. That is outside, and it's 2-1. Yelich is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts tonight. And he has kind of struggled here in the postseason, but many of the batters really have for the Brewers. The 2-1. That's a breaking ball outside, and it's called a strike. Yelich doing this. Usually you see batters doing this when they don't like the call. Two and 2. Snell kicks and deals. That is going to be inside, and it's 3-2. So he'll go 8 innings at this rate. He might go all the way. I mean, we've seen, of course, plenty of times this postseason that they are willing to let the pitcher go all the way if he is just dealing. The 3-2. Grounder to second. Throws to first for out number 2. 18 inning, 5-3 Braves victory on August 3rd, 1996. And then a few months later, I came into existence. Well, yeah, I know the Pirates and the Braves were involved in a long one. That was in 2011, I believe. That was a crazy game. That actually sent the Pirates on a 13-game losing streak. Here's the pitch. That's a chopper, and that is going foul. 0-1 count to Contreras, who's 0 for 2 today. Batting .273 this postseason. 2 homers, 3 RBIs. The count is 0-1. That was before the pitch clock. Yeah, that would just... Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I think the pitch clock is definitely a good thing. Here's the 0-1. That is outside, and it's 1-1. And then the batter only getting 1 time. Let me go ahead and take 3 straight pitches. But on those 3 straight pitches, or, whatever, I'm going to go and readjust my gloves. The 1-1, that's going to be low, and it's 2-1. Of course, the pitcher, he gets the ball, touches the rosin, stretches. And, of course, he does this, whenever he's not on the mound or anything like that. He has to walk on the mound. Oh, yeah, baseball kind of got a little boring there. 2-1 count. Here is the pitch. That's a bounding ball to third. Muncy throws to first for out number 3. We head to the top of the 8th. The Dodgers shutting out the Brewers 1-0. Bull Durham. Yeah, no, I've seen that once on TBS. That was a good movie. Good movie. Crash Davis. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. I just realized I'm going to go ahead and we're going to try something else here. If it does bother you guys, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and take that away. Let's take that away. We have a scoreboard there on the top left. Maybe that works. Of course, you can see the Falcons leading the Bills 21-14 in the 2-minute warning there. That is interesting. Let's go ahead and check the other score. It is Bears leading 16-10. James actually providing that right there, 16-10. So that is interesting. Due up for the Dodgers will be Teoscar Hernandez. Just one hit so far, not going to win many games. I know it's very unfortunate, of course, for the Brewers fans here. Snell is dealing. And, of course, they showed the stat. Apparently, the Brewers have a .262 batting average against lefties. That's it's pretty good in today's baseball world, and yet tonight only one hit. So, yeah, that has to be very frustrating. Folks, again, I do appreciate you guys. And, of course, make sure, again, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. With no score bug there, it seems pretty like there's nothing there. It's like something's missing. Nothing is there. It just seems incomplete. Oh, well. Do I just spam it here? On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. I'll leave it on. I'll leave it on. Why not? And, of course, folks, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I'm trying to respond to as many comments. And, of course, again, the members, feel free to show your support for whoever you're pulling for. Got the new emojis there. Were they ever thinking about an extra innings putting a runner on first and second, or did I dream that? I think you're dreaming that one. That would be interesting. I don't know. I don't know. I think that would actually hurt that because, again, it's just a, double play potentially happening there. As here is the pitch. Breaking ball. That is in there for a called strike. This is Teoscar Hernandez, who's 0 for 2. This is Trevor McGill on the mound. He has yet to allow a run this postseason. The 0-1. That is going to be low, and it's 1-1. Of course, we all know what team would easily defeat both these teams here tonight. There you go. 1-1 count. McGill sets, kicks, and deals. That's going to be center right. And Chorio's there to make the catch, route number 1. So 1 out for the Dodgers. That'll bring up Freddie Freeman, who is pretty much the difference in this one offensively. Has a solo home run. Now I find myself behind now. It's really weird how that works. McGill sets, kicks, and deals. Swing and a miss. 88 on the knuckle curve. And it's 0-1. McGill sets. And fires. That's low, and it's a 1-1 to Freddie Freeman. Again, he's 1 for 3, has the home run. Sasaki in the Dodgers bullpen. He's starting to move around a little bit. Here's the 1-1. That's cut on and found back, and it's 1-2. Brewers they're only down 1. Showing a replay of what happened in 2021. Freeman with a home run against the Brewers in the NLDS. Josh Hader, the former Brewer. 1-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be cut on and fouled back. And it's once again 1-2. One and two counts. Here's the pitch. And Freeman sends this to right. And that one is off the wall. Churio throws it into second, but that's off target. And Freeman does his dancing. And that is a one-out double for Freddie Freeman. Man, well, that time Freeman sent it low. That was a line drive. The other, of course, the home run was just a moonshot, just high. Didn't really go far. This one, of course, that one was just a line drive off the wall. Of course, Freddie Freeman doing his signature dance. It is what it is, I guess. I've seen it a lot. I'm getting more and more used to it. Not necessarily the best thing I've ever seen in my life. I'll just leave it at that. As Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of L.A., is coming to the plate. McGill sets, looks back at second, and fires. That's going to be cut on and found back. Sean, good to see you. Hello there. How are you doing? You just missed it. You just missed the dance. Rooting for the Brewers, but I think Dodgers will dominate. We'll see. We will see. We'll see. The dance is atrocious. It is something. Yeah, it's something else. That's going to be popped up, and that will become a souvenir. So 0-2 count to Will Smith. Yeah, you just showed up in time for the dance. Brewers warming up multiple arms in the bullpen. Will Smith is 2 for 3, 2 singles tonight, batting .250 in the postseason. McGill sets on the 0-2. Looks back at second, kicks and deals. That's going to be outside, and it's 1-2. 100 on the fastball. Had a sneeze, so I made sure to mute that. Here's the 1-2 that's cut on and sent to right. And Churio is going to make the catch at the warning track. He's going to throw it in. Freeman tagging up. And now there's 2 outs, but again, Freeman is on at third. Hey, my friend, how are you doing tonight? I'm doing good. How did the Dodgers score? Freddie Freeman with a solo shot home run. That is how they scored. JG9 streamed both games. JG9 is so good. Man, he's so good. I'll be honest. One of my goals, get big enough and try to do some collabs with them, honestly. That's going to be Inside Ball 1. Would be a pleasure to talk sports and debate sports with him as well. He is very, very good. Edmund 1 for 2 with the walk tonight. Again, there's a runner at third with 2 outs. McGill sets and fires. That's going to be in there for a called strike, and it's a 1-1. One and one is the count to Tommy Edman. Hello to your mom. Oh, hi, Mom. Hello there. Here's the 1-1 that's cut on and sent to left, and that's going foul. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. As it's a 1-2 count. McGill sets. On the 1-2, the pitch. Cut on and fouled back, and it'll stay at 1-2. Doctor, the Brewers can't hit to save their lives tonight. I suggest a guy with speed drop a bunt for a hit. They need a runner. Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. 1-2 count here. McGill sets. Rocks and fires. Edmund chops this one foul again. We'll just do it again at 1-2. Just staying alive here. Again, a runner at third. Dodgers looking to double their lead. Freeman, of course, again with the home run. Of course, he may have the run scored here as well. So he may have scored both runs tonight if, of course, the Dodgers are able to push this across. The 1-2 from McGill. And once again, it's fouled back, so he'll see another. This at-bat has lasted a while. Four foul balls. Only 6 pitches, but it feels much longer due to the circumstances. McGill rocks. McGill sets. McGill kicks and deals. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not. And it's 2-2. You unfortunately picked the Dodgers in your poll. I have been correct 4 baseball games in a row. Well, blame Trisk, everyone. The 2-2, that's cut on and found back. Of course, if you're a Dodgers fan, then you will appreciate Trisk, I guess. But I don't know. I think it's been pro Brewer here in the chat. Again, 2-2 count. Runner at third. McGill sets. McGill kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And McGill keeps it 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Brewers, of course, trailing the Dodgers 1-0. Touchdown Redskins, says Chris James. Saying 17-16 Commies. The Commies have just taken the lead against the Bears. The Bears that have led pretty much all night. Of course, there's still plenty of football left to go. Meanwhile, the Falcons lead 24-14 over the Bills with 50 seconds left. The Bills are driving. They're at the Atlanta 16. Penix 20 for 32. 250 yards and a touchdown. Allen threw a pass, and it's going to be intercepted by Malone, and that's going to do it. The Falcons will move on and become 3-2. The Bills fall to 4-2. That's good for the Steelers, folks. The Steelers 4-1. Look at that. Definitely shocking stuff happening in that one. Let's see here. Let's go. Redskins. Does Freeman do the dance after being stranded at third? I would say so. He got to third. Only because I picked them on the pigskin pick'em. Okay. Did you pick? Okay. I have 2 NLV wins, and tonight my first MLB Dodger with DrDelay. Yeah. I guess I'm pulling. I guess I'm good luck for you, David. Penix Jr. Yeah, he's. I like him. He was actually my favorite quarterback out of that draft class. My only thing was the injuries. He's been up and down. I think he can be very, very good. I think he can be the best out of the draft class, but he's definitely got to show it. So tonight was a good win, but again, we got to see more. Definitely got to see more. But I do agree. He is very solid. Midshipman win. Yeah, Did I cover? No, I haven't covered Navy yet. I have yet to cover Navy. I've done Army twice and Air Force twice, but I have yet to do Navy. I got lucky picking that upset. Oh, really? Glad you benched Josh Allen fancy. Okay, yeah. But again, appreciate you guys hanging out. Make sure again to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do, folks. I call games. So again, if you like the MLB, if you like the NFL, college football, make sure again to leave a like and of course subscribe. That's what I do. I'll be back tomorrow night for some Dodgers and Brewers game 2. Wednesday, I am trending to do a college football game, but we'll see. I don't really know for certain, but that is what I'm leaning to do. But again, I don't really know. I don't really know yet. And of course, Thursday, Steelers, Bengals. And then Friday, I will not be able to stream anything, at least not at night, as here's the pitch. That's going to be cut on and hit to left, and that's going to be a foul ball. This is Bryce Terang at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Again, the Brewers only with 1 hit. Michael saying this game will end 1-0. It's trending that way, Michael, as here's the 0-1. That's going to be low, and it's 1-1 to Terang. First, we got bench Josh because the Falcons' defense pretty good. I don't know. I guess I haven't really thought about that, Z. When I think of the Falcons, I think of the 30-0 loss, to be honest with you. That's going to be in the dirt, and it's 2-1. I know that was more on the offense. So 2-1 count to Terang. Snell is still out there. Again, he's done very well. Snell delivers. That's a chopper to first. Freeman going to try to beat Terang to the bag, and he does for out number 1. Best offense in the league, can't score more than 2 hits, 3 games. Yeah, it's been tough. The Brewers have struggled at the plate. Welcome to the NMFL, National Mediocre Football League, where most teams are between 7-10, 11-6, although the Jets will be 3-14, and the Cowboys will be like the U.S. Mail and nor deliver on Sundays. This guy, because that's going to be in there for a call. Right? This is the second time I've heard that today from you. Just saying. I mean, I don't disagree, but, I'm just saying. Here is the 0-1. That's a ground ball to third. Muncy has it, throws to first for out number 2, and the Brewers down to their last 4 outs. Sorry, 2 outs. Yeah, I could go ahead. I'll just go ahead and... There you go. We have hidden that. I'm just a jerk. That's what I am. There you go. Yeah, that was a little ahead of me. All right, this is Sal Frelick, because that's going to be in there for a called strike, a breaking ball in at the knees. Frelick 0 for 2. Snell at 98 pitches. I think he's going to complete the game, folks. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be a chopper, and that's going foul. Make Snell work. Yeah, they need to. They need to. I mean, they just haven't. 99 pitches. This is going to be pitch number 100, folks. And like I said, I think he goes out there for the 9th. I think they're gonna run him out there for the 9th. The 0-2 in the dirt. That was pitch number 100. So it's 1-2 here to Sal Frelick. Again, he's 0 for 2 on the night. 14, 12, 12, 19, 8, 12, 14, and 9. No innings with above 12. Only 1 inning above 15 pitches. The 1-2, that is inside, and it's 2-2. I have no idea what that means, Mike. I'm not even going to lie. 2-2 count. Snell kicks and deals. That is going to be in the dirt, and it's 3-2. So Sal doing a good job working it from 0-2 to 3-2. Caleb Durbin, the only guy with a hit today, is on deck. 3-2. Snell rocks and fires. Called strike 3. He struck him out. A breaking ball right down the middle. You'll get to see it right here at Frozum. 10 strikeouts tonight for Snell. That's a postseason high. Here it is. It confused Frelick. We head to the top of the ninth. The Dodgers, of course, leading 1-0. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. That is a very bright screen. Unbelievable. Make sure, again, to like... Jeez, I can't even look. Make sure to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with DrDelay. This is what I do. I call games. If you like the MLB, if you like the NFL, if you like college football, this is the channel for you. It's a growing channel, by the way. 1,100 subs in the last 10 weeks. So something must be going on right over here. So definitely subscribe. And again, this is what I do. Of course, I'll be back tomorrow for the same exact game. Game 2, of course, between the Dodgers and the Brewers. So yeah, again, I try to cover as much as I can when it comes to, Sports, NFL, and again, MLB. The same team that won 16 games in a row and scored 40 runs. Yeah. How do you not swing at that? Yep. I don't know. Can't hit what you don't swing at. Yeah, no, he was, I guess he was looking for something else. I don't think he expected the breaking ball on a 3-2 count. To be honest, I don't think I would be either, but you got to be defensive at least, right? You'd think. So, but yeah, again, appreciate you guys. And of course, feel free to chat down below, talk about whatever you'd like. I try to respond to as many comments as I possibly can. So, yeah, don't be a stranger. And of course, again, members, feel free, of course, to support your team even when they're losing. I mean, that's what I do. Look at this. Look at that. That's the team right there, folks. Let's go, Bucks. Hey, you know, the Pirates actually did well against the Dodgers this year. But so did the Brewers. Brewers actually won all 6 games they played against them in the regular season. So this is definitely shocking. And again, the Brewers pitching great. You can't ask for more. Only allowing 1 run so far through the 8. So it's nice to see Max Muncy helping out Uribe. But again, folks, don't be a stranger. Feel free to chat down below. And of course, again, if you haven't done so already, make sure to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel. It is completely free, folks. Down to the last 3. Yep. Man, I really hope they don't bring in Blake Snell. I think they're going to. That's the thing. I think they're going to leave him in. I mean, he's been so good. I mean, I would run him back out there as Muncy, yeah, faces Uribe. Here's the pitch. That is upstairs. Ball 1. Muncy is 0 for 2 on the night. He also has a walk. Uribe in the regular season, 1.63. So far here in the postseason, 3 innings, no earned runs allowed. Here's the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. It's looking like Cy Young. Yeah, he's looking good. But the Cy Young belongs to Pittsburgh, folks. Paul Skeens. The 1-1, that is going to be low, and it's 2-1. I can tell you this. They are warming up Sasaki in the bullpen, so maybe the Brewers might not have to face them. The 2-1, Uribe delivers. That's going to be low, and it's 3-1. Thank you for the stream. You're very welcome, George. Again, thank you. Thank you for always tuning in. I really do appreciate you, man. I really do. Thank you. 3-1 count. Here is the pitch. That is in there for a called strike. Looks like hindsight is 2020 as the vision attacks Seth Rollins. This guy, Paul Heyman. Oh, did he really? Good. I don't know. Seth Rollins is a bum. He's not even that good. He's a good wrestler, but he's boring. Muncy, of course, asking for time. No, folks, I don't follow WWE that much, but I just, keep up with it a little bit. 3-2 count. Uribe sets and fires. That's in the dirt. Ball 4. He lost him. And that's Muncy's second walk of the night. I will say CM Punk has also been kind of disappointing in his return. Definitely wanted more of his earlier character, but no, he's been kind of tame. So Muncy's at first with nobody out, and that will bring up Kike Hernandez, who shows bunt, pulls back. That's in there for a called strike anyway. Hernandez is 1 for 3 on the night. And I don't know. I can't confirm or deny. I don't know. I don't know if Snell is coming out or not. As here's the 0-1 showing bunt. He misses. Strike 2. That one was low. Who was better? Seth Rollins, former Phillies shortstop Jimmy Rollins, or former rock star. Well, I don't know much about music, so he's automatically eliminated. Seth Rollins stinks, so it's Jimmy Rollins, who was actually awesome. He was a great shortstop. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be poked. Oh, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Haven't seen one of those in a while. So Kike Hernandez becomes the 7th Dodger. Well, that's all actually a lie, but he's the 7th hit of the night for the Dodgers. Because I believe Will Smith has 2, and so does Freddie. He reached for that one. All right, runners on first and second now for the Dodgers as they look to extend the lead here. And there may be a mound visit. Yes, there is. The pitching coach having a little chat here. Now, the good news for the Brewers is that Andy Pages has come to the plate, and he has been atrocious here in the postseason. He is 1 for 27 this postseason, folks. So, sticks. If you were at the plate, now you might have a 0, but there's not much of a difference between you and Andy Pages right now. 1 hit in the postseason for him. No hits for us. But we never got a chance. So, I mean, there's that. Pages is showing bunt. Looking to just get something. Here's the pitch. The bunt is down. Uribe is going to have to throw it to first for out number 1. So that's a very good at-bat for Pages as he moves the runners to second and third with 1 out. If we don't win this, the Brewers' season might end in L.A. That would be pretty devastating, Chris. I keep having interruptions, not just from ads, but also get kicked back a few minutes. Really? How do you get kicked back? I know the ads are there, and I do apologize for that, but that is, that's kind of that has to happen. As Shohei Ohtani is going to be walked here. So now there's bases loaded with a 1 out. And now it's Mookie Betts. Now, as far as getting kicked back, I have no idea what in the world, Sean. I'm very sorry about that. Uribe sets and fires. That is going to be upstairs, ball 1. Betts is 0 for 4 tonight. He has had a great postseason, but has had just a tough time tonight at the plate. Again, bases loaded, 1 out. Uribe sets and fires. That is inside, and it's 2-0. Two and 0 count. Bases loaded, 1 out. Uribe sets, kicks, and deals. That is low, and it's 3-0. And the Brewers fans are groaning. My cat has the crazy eyes. Hopefully she doesn't act crazy. You will definitely hear something if she does. 3-0 count. Uribe sets and fires. That's in there for a called strike. Three and 1 to Betts. Uribe sets and fires. That's cut on and sent to right, but that will be a foul ball, and it's 3-2 to Mookie Betts. So from 3-0 to 3-2, Uribe working it back. Brewers fans rising to their feet. Sets and fires. That is inside, ball 4. And he walked in a run. It's now 2-0. Dodgers, and the Brewers fans can't believe it. Murphy can't believe it either. 24-16. The Redskins, commies now extending their lead over the Bears. The Bears have pretty much fallen apart there in Chicago. But the Brewers might be doing the same here tonight in Milwaukee. Did you comment? Yes. Jimmy Rollins. Jimmy Rollins, Sean. I am not I don't know the Rock guy. I don't really pay attention to all that stuff. And then I don't like Seth Rollins. So yeah, Jimmy Rollins, he was actually really good. This is Alex Call, as that's going to be upstairs ball 1. Call pinch hitting here. I don't know who in the world Dean is, but that's not who it is. 1-0 count to rebase sets. And fires. That is low for 2-0. Uribe just can't seem to locate the strike zone. Murphy does not look happy. Neither does that Brewers fan. And most likely the Brewers fans elsewhere. 2-0 counts. Uribe sets and fires. That is in there for a called strike. And you're very welcome, Sean. Yeah. Gonna call it a night. Thanks to the stream. Yes, good night, Chris. I'm very sorry. It's trending in the wrong direction for the Brewers. 2-1. Uribe sets. Rocks and fires. That's going to be popped up. Ortiz is there to make the catch for out number 2. Freddie Freeman coming to the plates. Of course, he led off the scoring today with a solo shot home run earlier. He's 2 for 4 with the home run and a double. Batting .259, 1 homer and 1 RBI this postseason. Uribe delivers. That's going to be just outside, and it's 1-0. Seeing some Brewers fans actually leaving as well in the back, in the screen there. 1-0 count to Uribe sets. And fires. That's in there for a called strike, and it's 1-1. Uribe sets. Kicks and deals. That is inside, and it's 2-1. 2-1 to Freddie Freeman. Sasaki warming up in the bullpen. He's getting tired over there. Warming up. Uribe delivers. That's going to be sent to right center by Freeman. Frelick, though, is going to make the catch. So the Dodgers do get 1. And Sasaki is going to come in for the 9th inning. So we will have a pitching change after all. Which is shocking to me. I would go with Snell. But we'll see. Hey, maybe it's a Dave Roberts masterclass decision after all. Folks, again, appreciate it. Appreciate it for hanging out. Make sure, again, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel. Again, I know there's a lot of competition out there tonight for you. So, again, I do appreciate you guys letting me call the game for you. And again, if you do enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like and, of course, subscribe. And again, we are a growing channel, folks. 1,100 subs in the last 10 weeks. So, yeah, we are definitely trending in the right direction. So, yeah, you won't be subscribing to some bum for sure. We are definitely, again, on the right track, and we are growing at a good rate. So, but yeah, and of course, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. What up, Dr. Light? Just wanted to say hi and leave a like. Well, thank you, Gaming Boy. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. That definitely helps out the channel a lot. I'm assuming you're probably with Rhino, and I believe we were keeping track of that one for a little bit. The Redskins were up, 24-16 Bears with the ball at their own Chicago 45. But yeah, appreciate it, Gaming Boy. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. But yeah, again, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. The only way is up delay, I guess so. I don't know. You'll see some days I just, the people unsub. It happens, though. hopefully I'm able to, and usually I'm able to definitely make it up with the next stream. But yeah, I do appreciate the kind words there, Gaming Boy. Yeah, watching the Bears and Redskins game's pretty chill. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you again. Appreciate it. Yeah, I know the Redskins, they were down. The Bears were up, what was it, 10-0, 13-0 or something like that. And then all of a sudden, the Redskins, the Commies, they just kind of roared back. And of course, for this game, it's been a pitcher's duel. The Brewers only 1 hit. So it's definitely a devastating night for the Brewers fans. So, but yeah, maybe they can make something happen here in the 9th. Of course, the next football game I am covering, the NFL anyway, is going to be Thursday night. And again, I will make sure that you guys have a home for that Thursday night game between the Brewers and the Dodgers. I will make sure I send you guys to someone that will cover that game and provide a great job. Sasaki is in there. Here is the pitch. That is going to be low, and it's 1-0. Again, there's no more Snell. Snell is out. 24-22. Oh! The Bears cutting the lead to 2, pending the extra point, I imagine. That's going to be in there for a called strike. Unless they went for 2 and didn't get it. Or was it 24-14? I can't remember. I can't remember. That's cool, though. It's a close game there. 1-1 counts. Sasaki delivers. That's going to be cut on and jammed. Popped up to Muncy. Muncy makes the catch for out number 1. That is a crucial out, as I see that there's nobody there on your screen. So let me go ahead and put that. Isaac Collins coming to the plate. Sasaki delivers. That's going to be outside, and it's 1-0 to Collins. Collins is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Sasaki sets, kicks, and deals. That's in there for a called strike, and it's 1-1. Bowers is on deck for the Brewers. Sasaki kicks and deals. That is outside, and it's 2-1 splitter. Two and 1 count. Sasaki sets, rocks, and fires. That's a fastball outside, and it's 3-1. Three and 1 count. Sasaki fires. That is inside ball 4. The Brewers have a base runner, folks. The Brewers have a base runner. And it comes in the bottom of the 9th. Of course, we had one earlier, but it's been a while. That will bring up Jake Bowers. And it looks like Smith's going to have a little chat here with Sasaki. Again, this is an interesting move. Snell was dominating. Tie red. Go ahead and run on deck. Yeah, well, that'd be the game-winning run here in the bottom of the 9th. Again, this is Jake Bowers. I don't know what in the world's going on the screen, but hopefully that doesn't happen again. There we go. We're going to take them out of there. As Sasaki fires, that is inside for ball 1. Finally a base runner, yep. It has been a while, folks. Bowers, 2 for 4 this postseason. He has a home run and two RBIs as well. Sasaki sets and fires. That is low, and it's 2-0. You're tired? Well, then go to bed, Trisk. You're good. Thank you again for tuning in. 2-0 count, Sasaki. Snell's looking on behind the fence. He can't believe it. The 2-0. That is outside, and it's 3-0. Oh, and the Brewers fans are loud and they are proud. Jackson Chourio is on deck. 3-0 count. Sasaki having some trouble here. Here's the pitch. That's right down the middle for a called strike, and it's 3-1. Bowers again pinch hitting for Ortiz. The 3-1. Check this. Oh, and he went. That ball was in the dirt. He went 3-2 counts. Oh, man, that would have been ball four for sure. Brewers fans getting a little bit quiet now, but they're still saying, let's go Brewers. The 3-2 count. One man on, one out. Sasaki sets and fires. And Bowers sends this to center. Oh, and that's going to go over Paez's head, and it's a ground rule double. And the Brewers have runners on second and third with just one out. And the Dodgers dugout looks a little bit concerned. Chourio is coming up to the plate as looks like there's a mound visit. But the Brewers have made it interesting. We're just kind of waiting here again, just the mound visit lasting a while. There's a pinch runner. Lockridge going to replace Bowers. Again, Chourio. Chourio coming to the plate. He's 0 for 3 tonight and with 2 strikeouts. Again, all these stats, folks, were against Snell. Snell was yanked for seemingly no reason. Looks like the Dodgers have Blake Trinan warming up in the pen. Seeing the catcher now take some at-bats for the Brewers. Here's the pitch. And Chourio sends this to right center. And Paez going to make the catch. He's going to throw it in. And the Brewers have a run. It's now 2-1. Sean saying beat LA, beat LA. But the Brewers are down to their final outs. Stepping up to the plate is Christian Yelich. He has struggled as here's the pitch. Breaking ball outside for ball 1. Yelich is 0 for 3 on the night. In the postseason, batting .227, but you can say he's due to come through. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. One and one count. Sasaki sets and fires. That is in the dirt, and it's 2-1. 1 for 2 and missed. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I was just wondering. Thank you, James, of course. Sasaki sets on the 2-1. Kicks and deals. That is inside, and it's 3-1. 99 on the fastball. Three and one the pitch. Breaking ball that is outside, but it's called a strike. You could say it caught a little bit of the zone there. I guess it did. And it's 3-2. Contreras is on deck. The Brewers are down to their final strike as Sasaki sets. Sasaki kicks and deals. Yelich sends this left, and that's going foul. Sasaki at 21 pitches. The Dodgers have 2 pitchers warming up in the bullpen. 3-2 count. Sasaki sets and fires. That's outside ball 4. And the Brewers will have runners on the corners. Here in the bottom of the 9th, however, with 2 outs, and looks like Roberts is going to come out and yank Sasaki. Roberts is coming out, and he's going to take out Sasaki. Interesting to see. Again, they had 2 pitchers warming up in the bullpen. It was Blake Treinen and Vesia. It looks like it's going to be Treinen. It's going to be Treinen. Here comes the worst manager in baseball. Well, again, the already questionable decision. I'm sure Dodgers fans are like, why in the world did they take out Snell? Snell was looking amazing. And, he was, I don't know. I would have left Snell in myself. That's just me. Sasaki, of course, it's a big spot for him. That's his first real, adversity, I would say, in the playoffs. But yeah, didn't work out for the young man. Didn't work out for Roberts, as Treinen will be tasked with the save at this point. Again, Contreras is 0 for 3. But, of course, that's about a minute and a half away, folks. Make sure, again, if you haven't done so already, make sure to like and subscribe, folks, for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. This is what I do. I call games. So, again, if you like the MLB, if you like the NFL, college football, this is what I do. I call games. So make sure, again, to subscribe. It is completely free. Again, we are a growing channel, 1,100 subs in the last 10 weeks. So thank you for your support. Thank you for letting me call this game for you. As, again, I know there's a lot of competition out there for this game. And that's pretty much it. And I do appreciate you giving me a chance. That's all I can ask for. Hopefully, I win you over. And, of course, again, feel free to chat down below. Talk about whatever you like. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. Of course, the members can go ahead and let us know who they're pulling for, because of those new emojis that I've unlocked. That's pretty neat. Trying it in the regular season, 2-7 with a 5.4 ERA. In the postseason, 2 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. So he has not been that great, but he just needs to be great for 1 at-bat. This is William Contreras, who is 0 for 3 today. Freeman having a little chat with Yelich. They are waving the terrible towels. Not necessarily the terrible towels, but it is what it is. Contreras digs in. Treinen sets and fires. That's going to be a fouled off the catcher, and that is strike 1. Contreras again 0 for 3 on the night. In the postseason, batting .261, 2 homers and 3 RBIs. Treinen sets and fires. That's upstairs. And no throw to second as Yelich takes second with ease. So a base hit into the outfield could potentially win this game. 1-1 count. Treinen sets and fires. That's going to be sent back, and that is a foul ball, and it's 1-2. So the Brewers are down to their last strike, but again, they have runners on second and third. Again, with 2 outs. Contreras again 0 for 3 looking for his first hit. It would be a big one if that would be the case. Trinan sets, kicks, and deals. That is outside, and it's 2-2. Two and two on deck is Terang, who's 0 for 3. Again, they have an open base. Trinan sets, rocks, and fires. Upstairs, and it's 3-2. 96 on the fastball, just couldn't lower it into the zone. Three and 2 count to William Contreras. Trinan sets and fires. That's outside, ball 4. Oh my goodness, it couldn't get any more dramatic. Bryce Terang is coming to the plate. He is 0 for 3 on the night, folks. Looking for his first hit, and it would be a big one if that would be the case. Bryce Terang, he has struggled. Looks like there's a little bit of a mound visit here. Mark Pryor coming out. Everyone just chatting it up with Trinan like, hey, you are aware you were supposed to put it over the plate, right? He's like, yeah, I just thought I'd try something. I don't know. Probably not what they were saying there. All right, again, this is pretty much the ball game, folks. This is it. This at-bat will tell us if we're going to extras, if this game is over, or if the Brewers win. One of those three outcomes, nothing else. Trinan sets and fires. And that is cut on and sent back as that becomes a souvenir. Let's go, Brew Crew, says Sean. Showing off what happened a few days ago. Terang with the home run, putting it away. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. That is low, and it's 1-1. Breaking ball just below the zone. Man, 1-1 count. Trinan leans in, sets, and fires. That is in there for a called strike on the outside corner. And the Brewers are down to their final strike. Trinan leans in. He sets, kicks, and deals. That's almost hit him. It did not. Man, that would have easily hit him. 2-2 counts. Trinan sets and fires. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the Dodgers take game 1. Oh, man, Terang could have taken that pitch. He could have been hit. Look at pitch number 4, folks. It was definitely a pitch he could have taken, and that would have brought in the game-tying run. But unfortunately for the Brewers, that is not what happened tonight. Terang really needed to take that one. Yep, he really did. Good night, Denny. Sorry, Brewers. Yeah, sorry to the Brewers fans. Congratulations to those of you pulling for the Dodgers, as the Dodgers have taken game 1, 2-1 over the Brewers. And, of course, folks, I will be back tomorrow night for Game 2 of this series, featuring, of course, the Dodgers and the Brewers. First loss for the Milwaukee Brewers this season against the Dodgers. Yeah, no, the Brewers were 6-0 entering tonight against the Dodgers, but they fall here in Game 1 of the playoffs, as it's 2-1. He had to be serious tonight. I know, right? It would have been so easy to get hit there. Very, very disappointing. I agree, Sean. Very sad. Folks, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, if you haven't done so already, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel. This is what I've been doing pretty much since March, folks. So, again, it is a growing channel. Thanks, Dr. Jesus is Lord and King. Yes, sir. Thank you again for tuning in. Sean, appreciate it. Good to see you. And I will see you guys again tomorrow night for Game 2, Dodgers Brewers. I will catch you later. Y'all have a good rest of your night. And again, make sure to like and subscribe, folks, if you haven't done so already. I'll see you tomorrow. Y'all have a good night.